So people are quitting. People are throwing in the towel. People are letting go. And they're saying, God's got it. He'll figure it out. I'm not the girl for the job. There's a book. You're the girl for the job. Who is that? If you know the author, drop it. She's amazing. Oh my gosh, she has so many books. I can't think of her name. But think about that. They're throwing in the towel. They're literally releasing their land. They're releasing their inheritance. They're saying, it's not worth me preserving anymore, God. You're throwing back into God's hand the very thing that you were originally praying for. The very lens, the very vision that God gave you. Because it's hard? Because you're tired? You think Christ was tired on his way to the cross? You think he wanted to give up? You think his flesh and everything about what was happening to him in the torment was something he wanted to keep doing in the spiritual realm? Yes, he did. He endured. And so that's the call today. Can we feed our spirit man? Can we feed our spirit man? Can we preserve the dream? Can we preserve the call of Christ on our lives? Can we truly create a movement and not just be a messenger who gives up halfway and never delivers the message to where God plans for it to go? Keep building, my friends. And stop, confess, and repent when you have a coveting spirit that takes control of your mind, that breeds impossibility, that breeds confusion, that breeds greed. We are on this becoming journey as messengers. In each place that you stop to refuel, and I do think that that's critical. It's okay to refuel. It's okay to have those seasons where you need to allocate new resources and ensure that you're all going in the right direction and get everybody's camaraderie back, right? Even there's so many people in the Bible. They did this with wars. They're like, you know what? You're tired. I get it. You guys stay back and protect the land and the people and all of the property. You stay there and we're going to go and fight. And of course, in their own greed and self-righteousness, they're like, why would we give and share our spoils and the plunder with them when they didn't even fight? Guess what? Those people were seen, they were on mission, and God appointed them to be in that place. So we can't judge, okay? We cannot judge what other people are doing or how they're doing it. Keep our eyes on Jesus, or you're going to get muddy. The clarity that you're craving is going to remain foggy. And what you think you need to continue on, if it's through a lens of coveting, God's going to sit you down, friend. God's going to sit you down for a long enough season to build up your character, to give you fresh eyes, to give you fresh wind, to remind you of his plan for you, and to put you back in path, unless you go back to Psalms 37 and you choose to do a couple of things. You choose to sit in your anger. You choose to hang out in the wrath. You choose to just fret and worry. You choose the evil road. You choose the unrighteous. You choose fast success. You choose wicked schemes. You choose the other team. How many people do this? They're like, I'm rooting for this team, but they're not really loyal to that team. Like, whoa, first quarter. I'm not even a football fan, but those who are listening who are, I'm switching. They don't have allegiance. Or they get married and their spouse is a bigger fan of another place, so they just quit on who their parents rooted for, who they grew up rooting for. They're like, oh, it's fine. I'll adopt your team. We don't do that here in our home. We just root for people. But I see people doing this. I've done it, myself. I'm going to quit on this part of the dream because this part's hard. And I'm going to go to this part because this part seems to be getting traction. It's gaining some leeway. It's gaining some points. We're making more money over here. And God's like, yeah, but when you build a house, you don't get to just build the living room. You don't get to just build the kitchen. There's a dwelling place.